So good afternoon, students. Today for the lecture, we are going to study about alkaloid. We have already discussed about alkaloid and its classification. And in fact, we have discussed about the chemical test as well. And we have studied about one of the drug, Vinca, belonging to the category of alkaloid. But now, since this unit is not just about the alkaloidal drug, but it also include the chemistry, its extraction, and if you have seen the syllabus, then you must be aware that it contains the biogenesis of the secondary metabolites in the plant. So yes, in the earlier classes we have discussed about alkaloids classification and about the vinca and its chemical composition, its biological source, family, therapeutic uses. Today we are going to study ahead with this drug and the alkaloidal part. So let us start with the chemical test for the alkaloid. So this is a general test, Dragon-Drop test. Dragon-Drop test, for this you have to follow this following principle, that to the extract add 2 to 3 ml of alkaloid solution, add few drops of Dragon-Drop reagent. Dragon-Drop reagent is potassium bismuth iodide solution and orange brown precipitate is formed. Mayer's reagent, 3 to 3 ml of alkaloid solution, a few drops of Mayer reagent, which is potassium mercuric iodide solution, white brown precipitate is formed. Hager test, 2 to 3 ml of alkaloid solution, add few drops of Hager solution, that is saturated solution of picric acid, which is going to give you yellow precipitate. Wegener solution, 2 to 3 ml of alkaloid solution, add few drops of Wegener's reagent, and when you add this reagent, you're going to get a red brown precipitate form. Wegener's reagent, iodine potassium iodide solution. And for opium alkaloid, there's a specific test. These are present in the salt of meconic acid. Opium is dissolved in water, filtered, and to the filtrate perchloride solution is added, by which deep reddish purple color is obtained. The color persists even upon adding hydrochloric acid. Test for tropane alkaloids, Vitali-Morin's test. The tropane alkaloid is treated with fuming nitric acid followed by evaporation to dryness. So you have to treat this alkaloidal solution with the fuming nitric acid and evaporate till it is dried, and add methanolic potassium hydroxide solution to an acetone nitrated residue. Volatile coloration takes place because of presence of propane derivative. Test for purine alkaloid. It is also called Muroxide color reaction. Caffeine is taken in a petri dish to which hydrochloric acid and potassium chlorate are added and heated to dryness. So you have to take it as specifically purine alkaloid. So drug containing purine alkaloid is one of the drug examples is caffeine. When you extract caffeine, add potassium hydrochloric acid, HCl, and potassium chlorate and heat it to dryness. Purple color is obtained by exposing residue to vapor of dilute ammonia. So when you expose this solution to the vapors of dilute ammonia, purple color is obtained, which lost upon addition of any of the alkali. Caffeine gives Muroxide color reaction. Okay, so this was all about chemical test for alkaloid. This is the basic test we have to do for the alkaloid, and some of them are specific tests for alkaloid. So moving ahead with the isolation production of alkaloid. So alkaloid, it's specifically how has to be isolated is the main question. And once the drug, see in the above part, we have discussed about the chemical test. So chemical test you have to do for each and every extract, whether you are doing this on a basis of just hit whether the drug contains alkaloid or not. If it contains alkaloid, then these are the tests which has to be positive. And if it doesn't contain, then we're going to go for alkaloid. Go for glycoside or saponin or terpenoids or your volatile oil. Okay, carbohydrates. We're going to go for the other secondary metabolites. But when we say if the drug is positive, give test for the alkaloids, then what remains is to isolate the product. Fine. Isolation and extraction is the two different phenomena, I must say. Extraction, you are boiling your by sublimation method. If you're boiling a drug, say for caffeine, so it is extraction. When you isolate the caffeine, that it doesn't contain any of the other impurities, Okay, so then it is isolation. For an example, if a drug contain A, B, C, D glycoside, okay, A, B, C, D glycoside. Now isolation means you have to separate A glycoside separately, then B, then C, then D. So this is all about isolation of alkaloid. Alkaloid bearing a plant usually contain a complex mixture of alkaloids. Hence, isolation and purification of alkaloid from a plant is always not a simple process. Further, the presence of organic acid, glycoside, etc. could be present in the plant may complicate the isolation process. Okay, if plant contains something impurity in it, okay, so there is chances when you go for isolation, that case that is going to affect the process. Thus isolation of pure alcohol may often becomes a laborious process. It is a time consuming process. Step involved in the isolation of alkaloid may be summarized as: first, the presence of an alkaloid in a plant is ascertained by using various alkaloid reagent. Okay, so that means you have to first of all, that's why I started again with this chemical test. Okay, just to revise yourself, just to revise you all, that whenever you go for isolation, you have to make it assured that the plant contains an alkaloid. Okay, so for that is why the presence of alkaloid in the plant has to be ascertained. You have to make sure that plant contains alkaloid. So that for that you have to go for qualitative test. So that was the qualitative test. You have to go for Wegener's test, your drag and drop test. You have to go for Methylmorani test, Muroxide test. You have to check whether drug contain or not. And the second step is separation of relatively small amount of alkaloid from large amount of extraneous plant material. So what is now? Because since suppose you are extracting a drug, a 500 mg of 500 grams of drug with 1000 ml of solvent of, okay, so now the extract is going to contain, even after evaporation or something else, we're going to get a fine quantity of extract. So second step comes when you have to, from this a large amount of extract, because you extracted a drug with a large amount of solvent. So the second step involves is you have to take it a small quantity from it. Final step is separation and purification of individual alkaloid from the crude mixture. Okay. Final steps is, now you have, once you have get the extract, isolation, separation of the of a relative alkaloid, you have to get it separate from the rest of the substance present in the extract, and then again you have to go for purification, that yes, this is only extract of vincristine. Okay. Isolation of alkaloid from crude powder is systematically presented here. See, powder drug containing alkaloid, salt. Any of the powder drug contains alkaloid salt, okay, tannates, oxalate, etc. First is to defat it if necessary with petroleum ether. The foremost step for extraction of alkaloid is that you have to go for defatting. You have to defat. You have to remove the fat part. So what are you supposed to do? You have to treat that particular drug first with the petroleum ether. And we have already discussed, we have already learned in this in the practical part that how you have to do run Stock-State apparatus. That means in the round bottle flask you have to place petroleum ether, and in the thimble region you have to place the drug. Then now the solvent is going to evaporate, passing from the thimble up above, getting condensed, then dropping it on the drug. Then the drug is going to be extracted. Then it is going to come from the extracted. It is going to come from the siphon tube and into the round bottle flask. Okay, then it is going to be done till we get the transparent extract. Okay, then moisten and render alkaline with Na2CO3 or K2CO3 or NH3 or CaOH, calcium hydroxide. Now what you have to do, you have to moisten and render alkaline with Na2CO3. Now you have to moisten the drug with any of these solvents. What you are going to extract, what you are going to get is, you're going to get the free extract. Okay, so whatever you have extracted with the petroleum ether, the extract is kept separately. Now the drug has to be treated with any of this solvent, whether with sodium hydroxide, whether with calcium hydroxide, whether with potassium hydroxide, whether with ammonia. From this extract, you're going to get free alkaloids. The extract the alkaloid with organic solvent like chloroform, ether. Now you have to treat the extract. Okay. Now what, in the very first step you have discarded the drug. जो भी ड्रग थी आप उसको डिस्कार्ड कर दोगे ट्रीटमेंट करने के बाद. सपोज आपने अमोनिया के साथ ड्रग को ट्रीट किया या पोटेशियम कार्बोनेट के साथ ड्रग को ट्रीट किया. अब आप क्या करोगे, अब आपके जो भी एक्सट्रैक्ट मिला है आपके राउंड बॉटल फ्लास्क में, जो भी एक्सट्रैक्ट आया, एक्सट्रैक्ट मीन्स जब ड्रग एग्जॉस्ट होगी तो आपने एग्जॉस्टेड ड्रग को फ्री कर दिया. So the extract and the alkaloid with, now you get the extract. Now this extract is treated with chloroform or ether. you'll get the total extract. Now this total extract, concentrate and shake with extract with successive quantities of acid like dilute H2SO4. Okay, concentrate the extract, shake with successive quantities. Successive quantities means you have to keep little small, धीरे धीरे आपको वो करना है. With dilute hydrogen H2SO4 solid. Okay, dilute H2SO4. Then you get a two parts. You get a aqueous acid solution of alkaloid, and another you'll get the organic fraction, residual organic fraction. Aqueous acid solution of alkaloid will contain, has to be done alkaline with sodium carbonate solution, and extract the alkaloid with immiscible solvent like chloroform. Now you have to treat it well, first alkaline it, then extract with alkaloid with chloroform solution. You'll get another two layers, residual aqueous fraction, and another layer will get organic solution of alkaloid base. Distill of the solvent. In this step, what you have to do is you have to remove the solvent. Okay. Then distill off means you have to remove the solvent. You'll get the extract. Crude alkaloid mixture. This extract is going to contain a crude alkaloid mixture. Now, with the help of fractional crystallization, fractional precipitation, column chromatography, partition chromatography, gas chromatography, or by counter current extraction, you have to separate this mixture of alkaloid for individual alkaloid. Okay, you'll get individual alkaloid of any of the whatever the drug you have taken, if it contains a different type of alkaloid or any mixture of alkaloids. Fine. So this is how you can separate it out, and this is all the different methods by which you can separate the mixture of alkaloid. Now, this is the chemistry of alkaloid. Okay, now in the next part we have to supposed to understand determination of molecular structure of alkaloid in general method. How you can determine the molecular structure of alkaloids, if it contains an indole ring, if it contains a purine ring, imidazole ring, what type or different types of ring it is going to contain. As a molecular structure of alkaloid is complex. So we all know what is alkaloid. Alkaloid is a alkali-like structure which has a nitrogen atom in its heterocyclic ring. And on this base definition is going to satisfy the definition, because there are a number of alkaloid which has a nitrogen atom in the side chain. There are a number of alkaloid which doesn't have the heterocyclic, which doesn't have the which is not doesn't originate from amino acid, but they have a nitrogen atom in their heterocyclic ring. Fine. There are a number of alkaloids which are neither have the heterocyclic ring nor they are not nitrogen in the atom, but yes, they show the property of alkaloids. Okay, so we can say the molecular structure of alkaloid is complex. Only recent few of the complex alkaloid structure is elucidated. The various chemical methods are performed to determine the structure is as follows. How you can determine the structure of an alkaloid? First, molecular formula determination. The first step is structural elucidation in the determination of molecular formula and optical rotatory power. Element composition and hence the empirical formula is formed by combustion of analysis. Hydrolysis. Simple fragmentation. By hydrolysis with water, acid or alkali yield simple fragment which are then analyzed separately. For example, atropine on hydrolysis yield tropine and tropic acid. Okay, when if you go for atropine which you get from Atropa belladonna. So if you want to analyze its structure, so what you have to go for simple fragment, which by hydrolysis method you'll get tropine and tropic acid. Determination of saturation. The unsaturation can be determination of unsaturation. The unsaturation can be determined by adding bromine, halogen acid, or by hydroxylation with KMnO4, or by reduction using either LiAlH4 or NaBH4. Functional group determination. By using the usual standard chemical test by infrared spectroscopy, functional nature of alkaloid is determined. Functional nature of oxygen. The oxygen atom may be present in the form of alcoholic hydroxyl, phenolic hydroxyl, methoxy, acetoxy, benzoxy, carboxyl, aldehyde, ketone, methyl dioxide group. These groups are characterized by the chemical test as follows. Okay, you have to go for the chemical test of these group, whether what type of chemical group, functional group alkaloid can contain. So this is how you can determine this formula structure of alkaloid on the basis of hydrolysis. You can hydrolysis the basis pe, then how type of saturation is going to have, type of group, a functional group can be present in the alkaloid. Fine. So this was all about chemistry, a general method of extraction of alkaloid, and the I must say, structural determination of alkaloid. In the next class, we are going to study about the structure of chemistry of alkaloid, and we are going to see how vincristine, since we have studied vinca as the alkaloidal drug, so we are going to see how the industrial production of vinca has to be done and how the structure has to be studied. So thank you for today. We'll continue this chapter in the next class.